There are many ways that you can get involved and that you can apply and work with the knowledge that you've gained in this class. One of them is through Universities Fighting World Hunger. You as a student, you as a faculty member, as an administrator at your university or college, you can sign up at the website here shown below to become a member of this organization. This is a student movement. It is a very unique academic partnership that we, the UN World Food Program, have with Auburn University on behalf of roughly, I think we're up to about 200 schools now, universities and colleges around the world, mainly in North America, who have signed up for this program. There are 4 key objectives. One is simply to raise awareness about global hunger, domestic and international. And there are student groups on these campuses who schedule and promote different hunger awareness activities. The second objective is based on the first, raising awareness, is engagement. Many students, based on what they do in terms of becoming aware on the issue, wish to be engaged. And one obvious area is simply to look at what is happening in your own community through the various charities involved, the food banks, the churches, who is doing what, soup kitchens, and volunteer, help, be part of that. And then there's a small fundraising part of it that it was always amazing to us that when students become interested, aware about this issue and then engaged, and the spare change that then comes out of the pocket to contribute to a particular cause, to help end world hunger. And then there's the fourth objective, which is the part that we're all part of here, which is the academic objective. And that is working with these same members, colleges and universities around the world, to help them incorporate hunger studies and hunger awareness into their existing curriculum. There are hunger majors, there are those that specialize in hunger. That's fine. What we're focused more is on those who are not majoring in hunger. That's why we have developed a hunger minors class, and this introductory class, of which this lecture is part of, is the first class in the hunger studies minor we have at Auburn universities, and other schools are developing the same idea. The whole focus being that we believe the end to world hunger is going to come about through an interdisciplinary effort, different disciplines being involved and coming at the problem with their comparative advantage, and not necessarily just the experts deciding what should be done. So this is why it's a minor that we have in this program and not a major. So those are the 4 objectives of the program. There is a detailed section here in the website. Here on the right-hand column, there's a manual, as you can see. There's a list of resources. The manual is very much how to set up a chapter, different ideas on different activities that can be promoted and managed throughout the school year, based on many examples. The list of members has a number of live links on it, where individual chapters at schools have their own websites talking about what they've done and the types of hunger awareness activities that they've managed on their campus. It's a great way to sort of cross-fertilize between universities and campuses about how these programs work. There are many other ways of getting involved. You don't have to be necessarily involved only through Universities Fighting World Hunger. WFP also has another initiative called We Feedback, which I encourage you to look at. There's a link here at the bottom of the page on that. There's Free Rice. There's a number of these other advocacy tools that will be covered in a separate part of this class. These are all opportunities that I would encourage you to think of to get involved. You don't have to move to Darfur and live in a tent. You don't have to do what we do. You don't have to be an international aid worker. You don't have to join the UN or AID or one of the NGOs that we've talked about. You can, and some of you may well decide to do that, and that's wonderful. We hope this will be useful information for you in terms of thinking about your future career. But you can also make a difference right in your own backyard. Right where you are, living wherever you are in your own community, you know now, all of you know, that you have got hungry, poor people in your own community. And we hope through this class that we will have piqued some interest. These will be people living in your community that have been there always, the same as you have always been there. And you may not have seen, or you may not have noticed in the same way. Now you will. Now you will think, oh, yes, they're vulnerable, and oh, the working poor, and this is why, and maybe lack of education, and maybe the public schools weren't quite what they could have been in that area, or whatever. The whole idea is that we want you to stop and think for a moment. Why is it that these people are in the situation that they're in? And what can we do to help? What can we do to help them help themselves? How can we help improve their lives on their terms? And you look at who's doing what. Volunteer, get involved. This is what I encourage you to do. And remember that this is the advantage that you have now, is that you can be an advocate for the poor. And this is what this class is all about in the end of the day, is you can be of service in your work, again, regardless of what your future career is and your future plans are. In your life, you can advocate with that power which you have, with knowledge. Knowledge is power, and you have this knowledge now of what the situation is. We've broken it down. You have an understanding of this issue. You can make a difference by being an advocate, by being out there and helping to end world poverty. So we wish you lots of luck, and thank you for taking this class.